This is user JayHenMac. Been following the kettlebell sport programming. He's got a competition coming up in a couple weeks, so he's getting ready for that. Posted his snatch workout, so we're going to take a look at some of what he does. First, two things we can learn from this already is it's awesome when you post your results. We don't care where you're at, how good you are. You might be lifting a 2 kilogram kettlebell. Post it. Post that business. Be part of the community. We're all working hard. We're all trying to get better. We're all learning how to be better together. So help each other out. Even seeing a bunch of people post their stats is an encouragement in and of itself. Most people probably don't even look at scores. They're just like, awesome, 5 people posted their stats today, 10 people posted their stats today. That's great. Number two, it would be ideal if we had Rudnev or Chinsky or somebody sitting next to us every single day telling us what we're doing wrong. That's not real life. So if you don't have a coach, which is probably most of us, you can be your own coach. Record your workouts. You don't have to record every workout, obviously. I usually do it about once a week or so. Take a look at what you're doing, see how you're moving. You can compare that to videos of some professionals and see how they're moving. You can teach yourself a lot of good technique simply by this process of observing yourself from a third-person point of view and then comparing it to what people who really know what they're doing are doing. So let's take a look at JayHen, and we'll talk about what he does. Actually, before he starts snatching, JayHen unfortunately will not be demonstrating his use of these Swiss balls in the back. So maybe in a future video, JayHen, you can record yourself rocking those inflatable ball things. I'm actually kidding. I don't want to see any of that. So stick to kettlebells. Back to snatching. Okay, so we've got taking a look at the overhead position. We got that arm in line with the ear. We got that shoulder in line with elbow. But then we look up at the hand, and we have that hand angled backwards, a broken wrist. Try to keep that wrist nice and vertical so that weight is resting on the entire structure of the arm, not just in the grip. You're definitely feeling pressure on that forearm, but there's too much weight in the hand, and so the grip isn't getting the kind of rest that it should. If you look at the descent, we've got the head moving backwards, so we're leaning. We've got the hand rotating, which is awesome. But I'm looking right here, and from my viewpoint, I'm seeing a little bit too much distance between you and the kettlebell. So I'm going to encourage, if it's possible, a little bit more of a lean back. And then a little bit more tuck with the elbow to keep that thing traveling close to the body. If you want to think about it, imagine the kettlebells on a track or on a rail so that it's going down that same straight line, trying to keep it as over the toes as possible every single time. Now, not only is that going to make you more efficient, but it's also going to give your grip more of a break, because the farther that kettlebell is away from your body, the sooner the grip has to re-engage to help guide that kettlebell into the backswing. And so if you look from here, the kettlebell is weightless because of gravity right about there. It's falling. This is awesome. You get a little bit of a break. But because it's a little bit far away from the body, the grip's got to re-engage, and you're probably re-engaging the grip right about there. And so if I continue, your grip is squeezed, 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 squeezed. Now it's back to being weightless. But then that combined with that broken wrist in the overhead, you're not really getting a whole lot of break with your grip. And so keeping that kettlebell close to the body on the descent is not only making you more efficient, but it's also delaying the point at which the grip has to re-engage. He's going to start having a habit of looking at the kettlebell. Don't do that. Keep the eyes forward. Now, if you saw that last repetition, he tried a little technique, I think, where the grip starts to fatigue and you really get underneath that kettlebell. It didn't quite work out because if you look, his arm is still straight. It's not falling. It should be falling at that point. And he starts coming back up. And so what he's actually done is push the kettlebell almost as far away from the body as he possibly can. So while he thought he was saving his grip, he actually is not. Now, I'm going to take a guess, JayHenMac, is that one of the things you struggle with is overthinking. I can see the gears in your brain turning every single rep about the things that you should be doing. And by overthinking it and trying to be perfect, you're actually being less perfect. Pick one thing, pick two things to work on during a workout and focus on those. You'll get that technique to the point where you don't have to think about that portion. The vertical wrist, the snatch workout, I'm going to focus on vertical wrist. And don't focus on anything else. Don't worry about your legs. Don't worry about your hips. Just think about getting that vertical wrist so that it becomes a reflex. It becomes that's how you move. You don't have to think about it anymore. You can move on to the next thing. You're going to be more successful that way. Because if you look, I'll try to find it here. We have the ultimate sign of frustration. The head shake. Own it. It's a 24 kilogram kettlebell. You own it. Don't let it own you. Fuglev, I'm saying that right. I'm not Russian, so I don't know. One of the great things about him, he just rocks that kettlebell. He shows it who's boss. He doesn't let it beat him. In the end, the kettlebell is gonna win. Everybody gets to a rep where you have to stop. But in the reps while you're lifting it, own it. You're doing awesome, JayHenMac. You're working hard. You're posting your stuff. You're going to be successful. So don't worry about that frustration. Play around with the kettlebell. Have fun with it. Keep working hard. Don't overthink. You guys are awesome. Again, an encouragement. Post the results. If you want to post video, that'd be awesome too. But keep up the good work, people. More videos to come. Excited about that. So tell your friends, share a link on Facebook, email it, WordPress it, whatever you got to do to have more people come to Kettlebell WOD is going to be better for everybody. So keep up the good work.